let's continue the system reliability. Okay, and last time we already talked about it. Parallel means redundancy, and I explained there are pros and cons about high-level redundancy, and there are books. The famous one was done by Wei Kuo. Let me see. I'm gonna go. Reliability. KUO. Okay, and this book is talk about all kinds of reliability for system, and including some so-called stress burn-in system. Means that kind of like CVAR concept is that I'm not going to push it out until I reach certain level or how much left. Okay, and I'm only want to give you the lip service and telling you that there are a couple books on optimum reliability or doing optimization of reliability, but the stuff I'm trying to cover is at least give you a toy problem to let you get a sense how to build a reliability system. But more advanced topics, Wei Kuo is one of the author that focusing on optimum reliability. Okay, and that's it. So here we're talking about high-level redundancy system. So reliability 1, if I make every component is R. So, okay, R1 and R2 become R squared. RA and R times RB is the R squared part. And then if this fail, the system will fail. So this one and this one become a polynomial. So it becomes 1 minus the, okay, let me just, if I'm in this one of it fail, the system will fail, right? The upper level, A fail or B fail, system will fail. The low level, A fail or B fail, the system will fail. But if the top one or bottom one is working, then whole thing is working. So 1 minus the failure square, and this becomes the high-level redundancy system. And what's the low-level redundancy system is component by component. You have a system here. So sequence, one of it fail, it will fail. But no, what if both fail, then this thing is not working, right? One of the A is working, the system is working. One of the B working, the system is working. So the system reliability for low-level redundancy is 2R minus R square. So by comparing this, we say R low versus R high, okay? Low-level redundancy minus high-level redundancy based on this representation and this representation, and you will see that at the end, it becomes R squared minus R minus 1 square, and it doesn't matter, 1 minus R or minus 1 is square. So this whole thing is always positive. What does that mean is that low-level redundancy. Low-level redundancy is always better than high-level redundancy. Okay, and that's also part of the, here, we have 4 departments, right? Or 4, say, learning path, okay? The old days, you either in this major or in this major, you have to go all the way through, okay? In the credit hour system right now is that what? You can take all the things related to math as long as you get 1 through, and then you move to the engineering application. So you have your fundamental done, and then you have engineering done. you still have the ability to switch from one degree to another degree. And so what's the modern education system? It's a low redundancy system, better than high redundancy system. Actually, there's a lot of conversation going on in higher education right now is trying to make this even lower level. And the famous example is Brown University. They basically said that, okay, any student can propose, this is the degree I would like to have. Here are the maths, here are the liberal arts, here are the programming, here are the engineering. So they can have someone a little bit of ME, a little bit of double E, a little bit of everything. As long as the school reviewed the whole thing and said, you have enough nutrition, you should get a Bachelor of Science in engineering. So I give it a nickname. We're gonna have a buffet table of BS degree, buffet table of MS degree, a buffet table, probably PhD is buffet table anyway. And why this is good? Because modern society, well, COVID made you guys probably think that, do I really have to be in school, in classroom all the time? But on the other hand, there are certain things probably better learned with eye contact, with discussions, with labs, right? So the take-home message here is usually low-level redundancy is better than high-level redundancy. And here's the reason, okay? And there's a so-called K out of N redundancy system. Again, the K out of N is almost like what I said. Some airplane, okay, Boeing 747 is unique, is that one engine working is working. And there are certain designs basically said that, oh, as long as I have, say, 6 engines, as long as I have 2 out of 6 working, it's good. Or sometimes there's basically said that, as long as one system out of one side is working, the whole system is working. So if you have n number of redundancy and take x, so you have a combinatoric, you pick one, pick x out of n, and this is the probability of the system reliability based on each one of the possible combination. So you sum them up together, you basically sum up. If I have an exponential distribution, so you did your live regression, you find the parameter of your lambda. And then you said that, okay, I have this many lambda of my exponential system, and what is my system reliability is n out of x of this exponential summations. And since the system reliability is the, how long it will last. So the mean time to failure, MTTF stands for mean time to failure. Basically, your VAR is 0. You start from 0 to infinity. Okay, so mean time to failure, if you start saying that, okay, I'll count from 0 to infinity, and this system, if they are identical, here is my lambda, and here's my x. So what is this equation really telling you? You can increase or decrease your mean time to failure by doing 2 things. Buy something very, very reliable. So have your lambda hazard function low. Or you have what? A lot of redundancy. You guys follow me? And, I think animal kingdom is like this, right? There are certain animals, they have a lot of offsprings, but the quality is low. But this whole system survive. Or you can have, a higher level mammal, or even you can consider human, that you don't have too much n of x, but the system is working. But if you consider economics, it's the same thing. Some countries, they have a lot of redundancy. As long as something's working, the whole thing is good. Or some, they just said that, oh, we don't aim for a lot of stuff. We aim for the few good things. And I think the state economics like this. Some state, they just do one thing really well, but some have several things, right? And here are the famous example is the C5, the largest air cargo, the carrier. C5 got 12 generator, okay? And they, for different missions, they said is that we can afford to have 3 out, and then this whole thing is still flying, okay? And you can estimate the time to failure just by doing this. And here's the numerical example, okay? And to find the mean time to failure. And remember, here is start from 0, okay? We start from 0, how long this will last. And remember, I just mentioned a few minutes ago that his system, okay? The key word here is called burn in. You guys know what burn in really means? Okay, keep that in mind. It's N out of X system. A lot of time you can do the burn in. And for military operations, for a lot of car manufacturers, they do that too. I'm not sure they do that anymore for big 3. The old days is that, okay, you get a Park Avenue, big Park Avenue, nice car, right? But the reliability sometimes is not that good in the old days. So what they do, they give their employee the car and say, go drive it for a while, burn that for 100 hours or 1,000 hours. Once, all the system problem is resolved, they reset the odometer and push to the dealer. So they feel like at the beginning they're not so sure. They burn in. So their VAR is reset. You guys follow me? The time is not really start from 0. It's start from something else. And that's another strategy, not based on what it is, based on how to recalibrate the frame of reference. Okay? Now I'm going to talk about the things I really like to play with today. Is the following. When you have complex configuration like this, here, this system, A, B, C, D, E, okay, how many ways I can operate this? AC work, can the system works? BD works, can the system works? So the upper link and lower link works, that'll work, right? What else can you do? Can I have a AEC? Can I have an AED? Right? And then can I have a BEC? Can I have a BED? Okay? So really, you will ask is that doesn't make sense. Because if I have a system that can work directly with BD, why I want to do a BED? Takes longer, costs more money, but why sometimes people are willing to do that? Or you have something you need to meet at this point, and you realize that the supply chain of other stuff not going to arrive on time. I might as well just slow down a bit. Or you basically said that, okay, now do I want to burn E or I don't want to burn E? Okay? So for a system like this, you really can evaluate a system carefully, okay? Without E or with E. Okay, well, with E or without E. Okay? If component E guarantee always work, this become a low redundancy system. You follow me? Because E can be treated as a link. So you have an AB and CD, because E is 100% guarantee. And then, of course, you can have a component E fail, then you rely on the upper link and lower link. Now it turned into a high redundancy system. So you basically said that, let me have a combo. So this complex configuration allow you to have high redundancy and redundancy. If it's a high redundancy, if it's a low redundancy, the system become, hey, first A fail or B fail, the system fail. This first block fail. And 1 minus the first block fail become the system of the first redundancy. And 1 minus the C fail or D fail, this is the second block redundancy. And first block and second block in series, so this is the first block times second block. That is the system reliability with E guarantee, not fail. Everybody visualize it? Okay? And there are more complex one, in Wei Guo's book, but this is a simple one. Next, I guarantee E fail. So now the system become, if E fail, the system become high redundancy. So I have a series on the top, serial. So 1 minus AC chain becomes the fail of the upper link. 1 minus BD chain become the fail of the lower chain. 1 minus both fail, that is the system reliability guarantee by E already fail. So far so good? Okay? Now we can play this numerically and say that, so system reliability depends on if E fail or E not fail. So let's have an E probability based on RE times RB and 1 minus RE times RC. And let's plug in some number for A, B, C, D, and then RE. So now the entire system become RB was a numerical value, RC was a numerical value, and the weighted average between point A and point 2, fail of RE and success of RE times their relative system configuration. So now this has become decomposition of a complex system. Can you guys see that? Okay, now let's do it numerically. Okay, the numerical value, whatever we did, enumeration should equal to 9A5A. So how to do this, okay? You can look at it almost like doing this. Okay, first, this is experimental design. 2 by 2 by 2 to the fifths. So totally how many combinations? 32, right? A fail, B fail, C fail, D fail, E fail, A success, B success, C success. So this is a binary code of 32. And then you need to make an end statement. I did not give you this one because I need you to do something for the exam. Okay? So basically, you said that, if E3 is not fail, and then I have this and this, the system will be successful. So you basically ask yourself one by one, okay? A, B, C, D, E, or working. Is the system working or not working? Working, okay? And for example, of course, at the end, A, B, C, D, E, or fail, the system fail. Agree? And let's look at B, D. So if I only have B and D is 1, okay? If B is 1 and D is 1, I don't know where is that, B, D. Which one is B and D? Well, BDE is a success, and BD, only BD without E is a success. BD without E. Where's BD without E? Oh, right here. Here's a BD without E, still a success. Agree? Well, lower link, B and D. So among the 32, you can develop a true or false statement and basically say that, oh, if E is working, and then I need to say, basically you said if E is working, can I have an low redundancy system, logics? And E is not working, have a high redundancy system. So when you build the whole things like this, at the end, you can calculate the system reliability when the system is successful. So I will have a product of whatever the subcomponents probability. But remember here, when I calculate this, this is a case of this guy. This is a case of this guy. And this one, the value will be 0. Why the value will be 0? Because system is failed. Follow me? So at the end, numerically, when you sum up the 32 cases together, you should get exactly the same value by doing this algebraically. Okay? Now, why can I close this? I don't know. But again, the truth here is that you can calculate this algebraically and you can calculate this numerically. Okay, what do I have in mind for your next homework? Remember, we have the world leader in different region, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can, region by region. And here, let me just do one for example. I don't have that here. Let me try here. Files. Okay. So you will have the world leader 189. Okay. Let me just use any one of them. Okay. For the world leader, okay, you can just do a simple statement without getting anything. Proc print, run. Okay. Okay. If you do this, highlight all the world leader from 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought I have 4. I only have 3 regions. Go back to the. There we go. Let me go to chapter 6. Region. Yeah, I should have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 region. How come only has 3 left? Oh, the data only provide the 3 region. Four region. Okay. let me just start from here. Okay. Can we just sort by region? Okay. If I sort by region, okay, can I do a live regression using Weibo to figure out region by region? So I can just have all the people from region 1 or region 2 and ask you to plot based on their years of education growth. I'll say that everybody got this much of education, this much of something. Then after we do that, can I figure out that given the CVAR, let's say that lasts for 10 years, and you figure out their reliability? Can you do that? Yeah? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So if we can do that, what this problem going to be? I'll say that, oh, we're going to have a union of 5 countries. They're going to develop a supply chain for their global cooperations. So I'll have a R0, R1, R2, R3, R4 from 4 people. They all need to, the leader need to survive 10 years in order to work together. So obviously, there will be some leader that are not very good. Their reliability is low. Some reliability is high. And how to put the 5 leaders. I probably will say that, I'll give you 2 leaders from the same region in order to make this happen. And then you guys need to tell me how to arrange them in such a case, in such a way that we can reduce to improve the system reliability. So that's problem 1. And problem number 2 is just using competing risk, basically do a PHREG. And then I'll say that, improve education every year. Here are some stuff we can do. Improve literacy, improve the land use, have some landfill in the oceans, or increase the population. Everything costs extra investment. And you will end up doing 2 things. Using the PHREG, figure out that what need to be censored, what can be used in order to improve your system reliability with minimum cost. Okay? This problem gonna be big. So I will, and the other thing is that I want to make it not you can copy others' answer. Everybody can come up with their own strategy. All I need to do at the end is compare your system reliability and have a competitions. Who can improve the system reliability? I can double check how you get your number. And the second thing is that I'll say that, what based on PHREG, what you're gonna do in order to improve the system reliability. On the age of the leader, on the military experience, manner and lost, I probably will find a way to standardize this. So everybody will have similar leader, just from different region, and in order to play that problem. So you basically will have 3 sets of things to deal with. The first set of the problem is the first set of problem is almost the same as your experienced this whole semester. Give me the reliability curve and your, what's the other one? The failure curve. And then I draw the VAR. You figure out VAR, where's your beta? That is your reliability. And I'm probably not going to ask you to calculate the CVAR again. That's wasting time. But I will focus on, okay, you will end up with 5 reliability number. And you're going to decide how you're going to put the 5 reliability number in a certain way, such that you will have a very, very good system reliability, okay? And this can be optimized if you know the gradient, but since we don't know the gradient, the tricks is really in the enumeration here, not this one. I was talking about cancel, not yet. I'm talking about you have some big number or small number in different area. You guys follow me? And you basically need to say that, well, this is almost like playing basketball, right? What do you want to have in order to have your totals reliability high, okay? That is the problem. Solution is, you know, I'm going to only compare your system reliability and going back and said, how did you get this number? And I think for this semester, this is a good exercise to kind of summarize everything you learn, okay? Next, here is another industrial example, not related to Boeing's. I tried to find Boeing's airplane, couldn't find one. Here is an example of braking system, okay? The braking system follow the following, okay? You have the mechanical, and then you have the main valve. You have the brake pad, and then you have the cylinder, wheel cylinder, okay? So here are the problem statement. A car, braking system, well, show hands. Any of you watch the movie Ford versus Ferrari? Okay. It's a good movie, okay? Maybe when, you know, on Amazon you can watch it, because it got a huge portion about race car. It's not only about engine vibrations, wind, you know, without wind tunnel, how to figure out the right configuration shape. Also about braking system reliability. Okay, at the end, our actor died because of the brake failure. Okay. And so you have 2 brakes. You have a mechanical fluid, okay? So you add braking fluid, and then you have a main mechanical brakes. Both systems must fail in order to have the system crash. The fluid system fail if the master cylinder fail. It's called event master cylinder. It's called M. Okay, and which include some hydraulic line, and all wheel braking units fail. So as long as one braking unit is working, it's not fail. Okay, the second part is a braking wheel. A wheel braking unit will fail if either the wheel cylinder fail or the brake pad fail. Okay. And finally, the mechanical braking system will fail if the cable system fail. C is the cable system. And so I have a schematic here you can look at. Okay, finally, the reliability of this whole things It depends on how many possible failure. So totally, we'll have an opportunity of failure and the reliability. And totally, there are 4 possibilities. One is in the back, either brake pad 3 fail or brake pad 4 fail, or both, either 3 fail or 4 fail, or both fail. And one more is both are operational. So at the end, you basically try to say opportunity, the cases, is almost like the complex system before. Now I have P1, P2, P3, P4. 4 cases was the probability, and I need to find the reliability of each one of them. So for P1, okay, is reliability of BP, but 1 working, and then the failure of the system become the RF times at least 1 working, and the 2 subsystems operate in parallel. So this is the reliability model for case 1. And case 2 really just switch. So you can go this way or go this way. So by symmetry, the rear system, okay, the network assuming identical reliability, okay? So here's R1 and R2. R3 and R4, the opportunity is both fail. So, no, I'm sorry. This is both working, and, sorry, I got it wrong. 3 is both fail. So 1 minus both fail. 4 is both working. So here is both working. So probability here, 1 is 1 minus both fail. Then the whole system, the cable system fail. And here is both working. And then for the rest of the part is the reliability model of that mechanical times how the system works. Okay, and I don't have any numerical example here. All I'm trying to say is that this is a system model they use to build braking system. They use the model to brake. Even airplane, they have a redundancy system. Okay, they have hydraulic to control the flap, and then they have a the mechanical system, fly-by-wire system. But if those things fail, guess what else they can do? Go down, crank the wheel, see if they can, loosen the control. Or in the old days, you've probably seen some of the old movie. I think B-17, the bomber, they can lower the landing gear by just, roll. And I don't have an example here. And this is just to tell you, this is how system model works. But for our final homework, this is what I have in mind is let's just have 5 leaders. And I'll let you figure out how you're going to arrange the 5 leaders in such a way that your system reliability is going to be high. And the other things I probably will do is, at the end and says that, which 3 leaders you would like to do something about it. And then, of course, don't tell me, I'm going to invest in every country, every leader, so they all have well-educated, citizens, a lot of money, a lot of GDP growth. That's mission impossible. So at the end, you have to decide, okay, do I want to move to reliability from below 0.5, a little higher? Or you just basically said that, you follow me? There's 5 guys. There are a couple ways you can improve the system reliability. One is make the lower one a little above the average. What's the other approach is just make 1 or 2 link, say AC link, extremely reliable. So you don't put money on BDED. You only put money on AC. Make AC so reliable, your system reliability still very high, but the overall investment is, winner takes all. Okay. What do you think is current economics operation based on? Winner takes all, or we try to, even out the economics, so in this world nobody fail. Which one do you think is the current way industrial nation or United Nations try to do? Let me ask you this, okay? If there are massacres happen in Africa, and there are certain turmoil happen in some Middle East countries, which one do you think that the whole world will pay a lot more attention? Middle East or in Africa? Why? Because there are oils, so to them the cost benefit is are not the same. So that's beyond the scope of this class to talk about social justice versus how to invest the money. But in reality, that's what we should talk about. I can give you another example on this kind of investment. Okay, in Germany, do all the kids after high school go to 4-year college? Why not? They basically said that some people, they like to use their hand, would put them in different plans to have an apprenticeship. Okay, so they improve that way. And some others are good to book smart. They are nerdy enough, we'll put them in 4-year college. Okay, and let me ask you this. Do you think have different investment based on different specialty will improve the system reliability, or put everybody into 4-year college will improve the system reliability? Diversify, right? But why in U.S., no child left behind? Or in U.S., the trend right now is, at least before COVID, everybody want to go to 4-year college, okay? And, sooner or later we should ask ourselves, is that better for the system reliability? To make the economics structure better, or you should improve the reliability based on the nature of the system. So you don't need to write a 500 essay about what you're going to do for this problem. I just want you to think. Survival analysis and reliability analysis, sooner or later, you deal with product life test to figure out the component, which one is doomed, which one is useful. You use parameter to figure out that where the VA are going to line up, and you use the PHREG to figure out what kind of engineering solutions you're going to have. Invest in physics or invest in psychophysics, invest in expectation, invest in something. But sooner or later, you have limited budget. You need to say that A, B, C, D, E, who should I invest? And invest in what will be the most useful stuff. And that is the kind of problem that at the end, I would like everybody think it through. So if I go through your answer, I don't want to see you just plug and play. I want you to at least give me some, hey, based on this world leader, I see A, I see B, what should I do? So everybody will have answer, but whose answer demonstrate better mature thinking? That's what I'm looking for, okay? And I'll check with the TA if she turned in the last homework assignment, then I'll put this one out. I'm still trying to play with it myself, try to figure out that, you know, if I can get my reliability here, is that reasonable? Okay? And, yes?
Do we have the data for plugging?
Oh, yeah. You remember? The world leader example is the page 189. I just need to ask you to do this here. If you have region 0, you only put in region 0 to do your live regression. In region 1, you're only using region 1 to do the live regression. So at the beginning, the problem is not too far away from your last homework, except gradually we'll start saying that, okay, piece by piece, if it doesn't make sense, what can you do? Okay? And I probably, when is the first day of final exam? Next Friday? So I probably will give you till next Sunday night. So you'll have enough time to play with it, okay? I'll check. If the grades is not, I'll give you enough time anyway, okay? Mechanically, you have the SAS, you have the system reliability model. I'm not going to give you a new configuration. We'll just use this complex configuration to play the world leader, okay? Okay, any more questions from you? Okay, and next week, I will do a lip service on these things. This is a hot topic these days. Is called copula. Oh, okay, or statistical copula. And basically, we're going to join two CDF or two PDF together and said that, oh, here's a joint probability of something together. Either this one at this level, this one at this level, how to join multiple distribution together. And I'll give you some Excel to play with. So you not going to just listen to some science fiction. You can play the number and say, oh, so now we all know how to do one distribution at a time, right? If I give you a bunch of value, you can have one PDF at a time, one CDF at a time. This, I'm just saying that, what if there are multiple things I need to join together, how to do that? And this is the part that I would like to show without exam. Just feel, you know, at least I want you guys understand what is in the research world, current reliability, survival analysis involved in, okay? Okay, I guess I'm gonna call it a day today. See you next week. Mm-hmm. You going back to Germany sometimes?
Probably next week. Since 2019. So
What do you have?
next spring
For what?
to go to Germany. Just to visit my family.
Oh, he got deported?
You're still recording.
Am I?